You're Superman. Lost child of Krypton, defender of the Earth, guardian of its citizens, the Man of Steel. And you find yourself in the predicament of owing the US government $1 billion in 24 hours. Do you A, break up a national crime syndicate and empty their coffers? B, fly into deep space to discover rare extraterrestrial metals? Or C, team up with Aquaman to grow a big-ass oyster and trick it into creating the world's largest pearl? What the fuck, Superman? Today's What the Fuck is about a Silver Age Superman story entitled Superman Owes $1 Billion, or Superman's $1 billion debt. It's referred to as both quite often. So, an IRS agent named Rupert Brand is going about his day at work, and he discovers that Superman has never paid taxes once. And Superman is regularly treasure troves and all kinds of lost artifacts when he's exploring and saving people and all that kind of stuff. Despite the fact that Superman donates 100% of this to charity, never keeps a dime for himself, the US tax code in this 1961 comic book strictly says that no one is allowed to claim donations to charity at more than 15% of their income level. So Superman still owes a crazy amount of taxes, and Brand is way into this. He's like, how will we pay for roads and schools if everyone doesn't pay taxes? Superman is in space doing some typical Superman stuff. A weird comet is passing by Earth, and he decides to investigate, and he recovers a mysterious egg. And he takes a mysterious egg with him back to Earth. Right into business, Superman has to make an appearance at a firefighters benefit fund. It's kind of a parade. It's a welfare fund, they call it. I'm not really sure what Superman's doing there, making an appearance. He's a public figure. During a firefighters welfare parade, Rupert Brand hurls himself off of a building so that Superman will save him. And when he does, he basically subpoenas the Man of Steel and says, hey, you need to take me to the IRS building. You owe the US government $1 billion. They're back at the IRS, and Brand is like, alright, Superman, you owe $1 billion in 24 hours, or I'm going to tell the FBI to arrest you. And he's like, gee willikers, Brand, that's not a lot of time. And he flies right off to go comply with the law. What do you think Superman's first get-rich-quick scheme is? You're Superman. You're the Man of Steel. Remember my opening question? It's none of those three. The first thing Superman tries to do is fly to the Congo jungle in Africa. When he's in the Congo, he takes an old fort, like a building, a whole fort, picks it up with his super strength, and flies it to an elephant graveyard that he discovered during one of his other adventures. And then he uses super speed to fill a whole building with millions of dollars worth of valuable white ivory. So while flying a building full of elephant tusks to a tropical island while he continues his search for valuable objects, Bizarro randomly shows up and Goof transforms all of the ivory into bars of ivory soap, which he claims is better than tusks because it floats. That's a little bit of a product placement humor there for you. So his original plan, his 100% foolproof plan of getting $1 billion worth of elephant tusks thrown into the winds by Bizarro, Superman is fine because he cooks up another scheme. This one, I don't see why he didn't do first. He's going to go to a coal mine and use his incredible super strength to crush the coal into diamonds. He has heat vision, he has super strength, he's going to crush out some diamonds, crush out $1 billion worth of diamonds, no problem. However, the strange meteor egg from earlier fucked up all the Earth's coal for a day, and he won't be able to crush it into diamonds before the deadline is up. Damn! Man, it's not a good day to be the Man of Steel trying to pay your taxes. Strategy number 3, probably my favorite of all of them. Superman finds Aquaman and has him bring the largest oyster in captivity. And in the meantime, Superman has had Professor Potter create a growth serum that he's soaked a piece of coral in. And now he's going to irritate the oyster with this growth serum coral to create the world's largest pearl. And once he has the world's largest pearl, he'll be well on his way to having $1 billion, I guess. I'm sure I could do a bunch of research on the actual market price of pearls, and even having an absurdly large one probably wouldn't get you close to $1 billion. But this is, Superman, he's not from around here, he doesn't really know money, but he knows people like pearls and big things. So why not? He cooks up a giant pearl. He takes it to that deserted island to just leave it be while he gathers the rest of his $1 billion. The strange egg from earlier is also starting to hatch at this point, so he leaves it here on the strange island. Then he flies away, and he goes to gather. He pulls a global Indiana Jones. Superman's zipping all over the world, looting tombs. He gets Lori Lamaris to marshal her mermaids and help him scour the seas for more lost treasures and pirate booty and whatnot. And he gathers up this huge collection of valuable objects, places it on the desert island. The egg has now hatched into basically a dragon. We'll just call it a dragon. The egg is hatched into a dragon. Superman doesn't really think much of it. He's in a hurry. So he then flies into space and gets a huge chunk of radium, which he breaks into pieces and divides up amongst the hospitals that are currently suffering from a radium shortage in the country. That's pretty unrelated, but he's Superman, so he's got to take care of it. When he returns to his treasure trove, the dragon ate it all. The fucking space dragon eats all of it. Paintings, treasure, the world's largest pearl. It just gobbles it down. So Superman grabs that little thing and hooks it into space, where it belongs. Sends it back home. So that egg, I don't know why he got it or brought it here. It really caused nothing but problems. And then he flung that shit back into space where it came from. Having no other options, Superman, his final recourse is to write a bum check. So he writes a check for $1 billion from the First National Bank of Krypton. So an imaginary bank from an exploded planet. So he takes this bum check to the IRS, and Brand is immediately like, this isn't going to fly, Superman. I can't take this check for $1 billion. And suddenly, what's going to happen? Brand's boss, boom, kicks open the door. Not really, but he's pretty excited. Boom, comes in the door. Hold on a second, Brand. Superman doesn't owe any taxes. What? How is this possible? Superman, he's been trying to pay taxes all day. There's a law in the tax code that says that for every dependent, you can get a $600 exemption. For every dependent who relies on you. And because Superman has saved the Earth, the entire population, Superman can claim as dependents, and thus he owes no back taxes. And that's enough for everyone involved. Superman shakes Brand's hand and then leaves. And that's the end of it. So you can see why this made my what the fuck list. Superman looting an elephant graveyard. Hilarious. What the fuck, Superman? Growing a giant pearl? Come on! Don't you have a supercomputer brain? Can't you think 1,000,000 times faster than a man, and your plan is to grow a giant pearl? What the fuck? Well, I hope you had just as much fun listening to that as I had making it. Thank you for your continued patronage of the Den of Nerds. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. That really helps out. Like this video, leave a comment. What was your favorite one of Superman's bizarre get-rich-quick schemes? Let me know. I want to talk to you about it. That's the Ray. I like it.